Hey guys, welcome back to Marriages Restored in Faith. My name is Ray.
Hi guys, my name is Dora and we are out here in the heat.
It's actually I should check what the temperature is because it feels really hot.
Yes, and it's very
It
it's
says
yeah,
82, but let me see what the humidity says.
it's probably like at
56%
50.
humidity.
Yeah, I figured.
So figure that 56% humidity.
It's pretty hot.
Yeah, it's hot. So as you see, here's the panels. It was just something cheap to do with wood, and it's actually working out
Yes, these suckers are going nowhere.
because they are heavy. So my question to you today is, are you prepping? Are you prepared as much as you can? Have you prepared? Are you still prepping? The question is, there's a lot of people out there, and we had actually this discussion this morning that there's a lot of people in denial thinking that nothing's going to happen.
Mhm.
They're in denial that they're always going to have electricity. They're in denial uh, that nothing's going to happen to the electric grid. They're in denial that there's always going to be a grocery store. Um, we have to be prepping. This system, as I said, it was cheap. And the reason I say it was cheap is because they were used.
Mhm.
These 3, 6, 9, 12 panels that we have are all used. And that cost us around $530, something like that for all
Mhm.
12. Um, do they produce as they should like a brand new one? No, they don't. But this is a system that will keep our freezers going,
Yes. Mhm.
will keep our pantry good. It will keep us sustained of what we need.
Yes.
Um, and that's what we are. Is it going to keep you comfortable? Is your central air going to work? No, unless you buy a mega system. But that's not what you're trying to do. Why? Because you're trying to use as much of your funds
Mhm.
available that you have to purchase exactly and be very detailed on what you're capable of purchasing to be
Yes.
ready
Mhm.
to
Yes.
prepare.
Yes.
Freezers, refrigerators, extra freezers,
Mhm.
solar panels, stocking up on food,
Yes.
canning,
Mhm.
stuff like that.
And
Uh,
that's different to every family, every situation.
mhm,
It can be very different. You could be that one that can go out and get a mega, you know
mhm.
system to be able to supply all your, you just hook it up and turn it on, and everything in your home turns on, which is great. If you're that person,
Mhm.
great, go out there, get that done.
But those systems are like 20, 30,
Mm-hmm.
$40,000 right out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on what size of home, yeah, that's how expensive they are. And then
Yes,
you still have to pay somebody to do it. That's just to purchase the system.
that's right. Mm-hmm.
So I want to show you what happened to our garden since we're gardening also. So we're gonna just do a quick, so you can see. We didn't have a success this year in our garden. Actually, a lot of our plants died. Our tomatoes didn't produce. Our jalapenos didn't produce. Our watermelon, we got 2 watermelons out of it this year. Cucumbers, we got maybe 3, 4 cucumbers. Our potatoes didn't do very well. Um, it's just one of those years.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it could be the heat, it could be the spraying that they're doing in the skies, and I know some people don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
The sad part is it went all the way to Congress, and still people don't believe that they're actually doing it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Uh, I know you probably saw the water tank back there. That's another question that you have to ask yourself. How much water do you have? Dora actually made a small video of
Mm-hmm.
that. How much water each person needs. Uh, so we wanted to share this with you. And it's basically a warning. Yeah, there's weed eating and weed eating,
In case
mowing.
you hear that,
Yeah,
there's people out there doing their yards right
yard
now.
work.
Yard
We're
work.
about to go do some yard work.
Yes.
Um, so the question is, this is basically a warning. See, we also have chickens there.
I was gonna say my chicken said hi, in
We had,
case you heard
yeah,
them.
in case you heard that, we have chickens.
Mhm.
And some people say, well, I don't want to have all that mess. What do you want to eat? They produce eggs for
Right.
you.
That's right. Hmm.
In fact, to survive, you can have eggs and potatoes.
Yes.
You can grow your own potatoes. We will be doing a greenhouse.
Hmm.
We're just waiting for this heat to kind of
Die down a
die
little
down.
bit,
Yeah.
get, start going into that change into the fall weather, and that would be a whole lot more comfortable, you know, for Ray and for I,
For all of us
for
to
all
be
of
out
us to
here.
be out here and putting up that greenhouse. So
Hmm.
yes, so we, you know, the thing is also is that yes, you saw the garden didn't really, you know, produce 100% like we wanted it to, but that doesn't mean you give up. You
No.
just keep trying.
Hmm.
You just keep doing, you know, keep doing your research, keep, you know, if you have to change your soil, if you have to amend it more, you know, with whatever it is that you need to do, as long as you're doing something, as long as you're trying something. So that's
Here's a question. Some people might say, well, I can't afford solar panels. Well, I don't have the time to do this. I work a lot. My question to you is, okay, what if we saw how the stock market was doing, right?
hmm
You understand how many retirements, how many pensions are being lost. You understand when jobs are lost and unemployment rises, and then the person doesn't have a job anymore that had a job.
that's right.
How are they going to pay for the electric?
hmm
How are they going to pay for, how are they going to be able to sustain? These are questions that you have to sit down and
hmm
ask yourself. Am I doing everything that I possibly can with my finances, with my time? Am I using my time wisely, or am I just sitting down watching Netflix?
right.
I'm being
hmm
serious because I tell you what, there's people that spend 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours watching Netflix on a Saturday and no prepping.
right.
You have to prep and you have to be
hmm
ready for what is about to happen. Election year is here. I
yes.
probably shouldn't have said that word, but here it is. You heard that
hmm
there's a new, uh, it starts with the V, around. It's out there. That's
hmm
what they're talking about, that they
yes.
have to close, they have to shut down. So what happens when the stock market goes down? It completely crashes and all the banks
hmm
stop operating. It happened during the Great Depression. So what happens? Are you able to sustain yourself for at least 2 weeks? Because that's what they're saying. What these people are saying from the FDIC said it. That it might take 1 to 2 weeks. In fact, I should pull that video up for you. It will take 1 to 2 weeks for the banks to be back in operation. So in other words, if the banks are closed and you don't have any cash at hand with
At
you,
hand. That's right.
then what are you going to do? 2 weeks. Grocery stores can't operate because they can't accept anything but cash.
hmm
Then what are you going to do? Questions
that's
we
right.
have to ask ourselves. We have to be real and
Yes.
not just deny what we see
hmm
that is happening. So we thought we'd share this with you. Next, we'll share some other things with you on the other one. We'll do one on when we're inside, not so hot because I'm really sweating.
right.
Uh, and I'll share some videos with you
hmm
that I've seen them talking about it. The government actually speaking about it, what they're going to do. They're telling it
yes.
to us, and
That's
people
right.
don't believe it.
That's right.
So, guys, this was cheap. It's wood. It was not metal. I didn't spend. We spent maybe $10 for each one by the time we're done with the wood to
hmm
finish off the wood.
hmm
$20 tops to do this
yes,
system.
with hardware, and
$20
yes.
tops for each system
hmm
with 2x4s.
yes.
So it was cheap. So, guys, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being here. I know we don't want to sound like we're the doom and gloom because that's what the title that the people put on people that are prepping is doom and gloom. But I call it as being wise according to the Bible.
Yes, being prepared.
According to the Bible,
hmm
it says the prudent sees, a wise man sees trouble coming. And I know
hmm
I'm kind of jacking up the scripture because I don't have it in front of me. But a wise man sees trouble coming and hides himself. And doesn't mean that he goes into a bunker. It means that he gets ready. He sees
hmm
it coming. He gets ready for
hmm
that trouble. So I just wanted to share that with you guys.
yes.
Thanks for being here. Thanks
hmm
for joining us. We'll see you on the next one.